Hi, my name is Angel Selden, and welcome to the growing community of GeniusLog users. Thank you so much for purchasing GeniusLog. My goal is to create the best and simplest to use homeschool logging system in the homeschool world with the best user support. If you have any questions about GeniusLog, I'm happy to answer them. I would love it if you would ask your questions on the GeniusLog community forum, which is a Facebook group. So go onto Facebook and do a search for GeniusLog, that's one word, GeniusLog community forum, and request to join the group. Because I'm happy to answer your questions, but it would benefit everyone if you ask your questions on there and then I answer publicly. Then everyone can see the answer to that question. And everybody, other users may have better answers than I do or tricks that they've discovered for getting the most out of this logging tool. Today, I would like to share with you guys how my family studies and logs works of visual art. Here we have Washington Crossing the Delaware by Emanuel Leutze. It was painted in 1851, so 75 years after this event occurred. So first I downloaded this from the internet. It is public domain because it is so old and there's no longer copyright. A lot of these works of art you can download for free. And I displayed it on my computer monitor every day for about a week. It's full resolution. It's gorgeous when it's lit up like this. I think it's better than purchasing a print to put on the wall. And we started, after this had been up for a few days, we started by playing I Spy. And my 8, 12, and 15-year-old were all excited about this game. And it ranged from I Spy something sharp to I Spy a circle, I Spy a man purse, I Spy a telescope, I Spy a guy who looks really cold. That was my 8-year-old. And what this does is it gets them to really observe the painting, to look at it and to get to know it, to become intimately acquainted with this painting. And it also is honing their observation skills. It teaches them to notice details and to notice not just details, but generalities as well. Observation is the most universal trait of the most creative geniuses in the world. So here, not only are you learning about multiple subjects, you're learning about history, about virtues and character, and you're learning about art, you're learning about political science and social sciences, but you are also developing thinking skills of the most brilliant people in the world. Okay, here is how we logged Washington Crossing the Delaware. As you can see, it's the row that's outlined in blue and darker gray. We studied it for 45 minutes total over 2 days, and I counted all 45 minutes of that toward history, geography, and culture, social sciences and relationships, and political science and law, because really the painting and the discussion, and also art, the painting really encompassed, and our discussion encompassed, all 4 of those subjects. And then over in the religion column, I counted 15 minutes towards religion because that's about a third of the conversation encompassed religious ideas. I'd also like to add that you can see that I log magazine articles, talks, And what else? The Capitol building. We did a tour of the Capitol building of St. Paul, and I logged all of those. Even though in your copy of GeniusLog, I just list National Geographic as one of the works of genius we study. When I'm logging them, I log individual articles. As I've said before, that's one of the advantages of studying works of genius, is that you're not just learning about one subject, that these works of genius are multifaceted, and that you can be learning. It's so much more efficient because you can be learning about all these different subjects at the same time, and developing thinking skills and observation skills as well. So see how amazing this is. I have a friend who has recently taken up swimming, and she was describing to me how her sister has a swimming coach who has taught her efficiency of movement, and that with certain techniques that she uses in the water, she's using a lot less energy and getting a lot farther. So obviously this is desirable in a race. If you want to reserve as much energy as possible and get as far as possible on the least amount of energy, then you want to employ these techniques. And this is a great example of efficiency of learning, that when you study works of genius, you are covering so much more in the same amount of time than if you were simply studying one subject from a textbook. If you haven't started using GeniusLog yet, or you haven't been diligent about logging everything you've been doing every day, I would like to invite you to try it for 1 month. Just try dedicating yourself, committing yourself to logging everything you do for 1 month, because I really believe, and this has been my experience, using GeniusLog isn't just recording your educational path. It is shaping your educational journey. It is putting you on the path that you want to be on, because it is because you are more fully aware of exactly what it is you're doing. And if you know where you are, you can better determine what direction to head in and where you want to go. And you can realize, you can be encouraged that look how much you are accomplishing. You know, I wouldn't have thought that just looking at one painting, learning about one painting, we would have covered so much. It's so powerful. It is so much more powerful than 45 minutes in a textbook if you were just studying that battle from a history book. And of course, you remember it better. I was in tears over this Washington crossing the Delaware, and it came on me very unexpectedly as I envisioned, and I even explained to my children that I was envisioning the families of these men at home on Christmas Day and supporting their husbands in going off to war to defend the freedom of an entire nation of people. My hope is that GeniusLog helps you to shape your educational journey to match your vision of what you want yours and your children's education to be, and to match your unique life mission, your children's unique life missions. I wish you much joy in your educational journey, and thanks for watching.